Well, good Abend. It is officially, I'm calling it, officially night time. And I'm sat on platform 8 of the Hauptbahnhof, which is the central train station, ready for the train. It's 9:15. I'll check back in later when the train comes in, and you'll see on a sleeper train ready for another 40 before 40. Can't wait. See you then. This is the SJ sleeper train to Stockholm. I am in car 26. You see in the berth from the outside. Isn't it? So, I'll see you in there. This is the step up. It's quite a big step. Well done, suitcase. Oh, that's a big step.
Hello? Yeah, I think so. Do you have 16? I have the top one. Yeah, and I have the bottom one. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I have 36. That's there. No, I think we're okay. I think I'm this one. 36. Oh, I think this is me. 36. That's locked. Oh my goodness, I'm on the train. This is really tall, which is a good thing, really, because there's really not a lot of space. Okay. Right, I'll do a full room tour once I get a little more settled, but as soon as, just walking in, we've got lower berth. I'm probably going to mess this up, that's why I'll do this now. So we've got the lower berth, which has got finished blanket, a towel, and a pillow, which is great. And then that's nice and broken. Oh no. The ladder to get up top is back there. This here, that's the ladder. And then the top bunk is up there. Which also has a towel and a pillow, etc. That's a table hiding in the top there. But the ceiling goes up really, really, really high. That's my hand. Really, really high. But it shouldn't feel claustrophobic even up top. And this is a sink. That's a sink there. Not drinking water, but you can brush your teeth and what have you. Wash your hands. That sort of thing. And there's a mirror. Hello. Oh, and another mirror this way. That's handy. Right, well, this is me. This is my sleeper train. I'll see you in a bit. And we're off. Bye bye Germany. And I'm on my way to Stockholm in Sweden. What on earth am I doing? This is madness. Absolute madness.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on board of SGU Night Train 346 on the way to Stockholm Central. Finally, we wish you now a nice day here on board and a pleasant journey.
To say this is a little disappointing an experience is, yeah, to say the least. For the same money, or nearly the same money, that this costs, you can do the trip on Queen Anne that I've just done. This is overnight on a relatively comfortable, my camping sleeping mat is more comfortable than this, bed, but it's, you know, it's firm. I've got a pillow. I might even get the second one down if I'm not there, who knows. But it's a private room. It's a private room at least. There's families around me. How they squeeze into these, I have no idea. But it seems like there's an awful lot broken. Just trying to get into the carriage. The doors on this carriage were broken at both ends. So everybody had to get on the previous carriage, either end. Okay. And then the information gives you that there's a toilet at either end of the carriage. There's a lot of people. There's a toilet at either end of the carriage. Well, there isn't one at one end of this carriage. So if you go to the one beyond, into number 25, that's broken. And then, so it's like, okay, fine, I'll go to the other end of this carriage, where there's two toilets. One of them, the lock's broken. And it's so small that when you try and open the door and get in, you set off the hand dryer over your shoulder. I know it's a train. I should have set my expectations a bit lower. But it's going to achieve a goal. I've had a fabulous time in Hamburg. I know I'm going to have a great time in Stockholm as well. Stockholm looks really lovely. So I'm hoping to get a reasonable sleep. It's also rather warm on the train. I've tried to, there is a thermostat on the wall, which I've tried to turn as down as makes sense. And there's a little vent just here, which is breathing air in, but not much. And it is cool though. I can feel that it's cool, so that's nice. Maybe I can somehow direct it to aim for my head. I'm not sure. We'll see. That's why I'm this way round. The bed when I first came in was set up so that your head was near the door, but I think I want my head down this end where the air is. I've got a European plug, which is up here on the wall opposite me. There's only European plugs in here, but thankfully mine is a European plug with a couple of USB ports in the top, so I'm able to charge my electronics. Right, it is currently 5 to 11 and I was up at 6:30 this morning, so I want some sleep. So I'm gonna say goodnight now, and hopefully get settled, and get some sleep. And I will see you either later, if something else happens, or in the morning. Right. Good night all. Morning. It's currently 7:11 in the morning. It looks like a beautiful day out there. As you might be able to hear, there's a lot of banging going on. The walls aren't quite paper thin, but think cardboard. How did I sleep? Terribly. Short answer. Judging by my face in the camera right now, I look terrible. It was definitely beyond 2:30 after that, because that's the last time I checked my watch. Getting to sleep. As you can hear the children next door. It's a happy sound. There's at least one child that's been crying a lot. The train conductor said that we'd be stopping. We'd be stopping at around midnight. But so we pulled in and we stopped. And then we seemed to move off into what seemed like some sort of siding or something. Probably wasn't. It probably wasn't. But so we pulled over. And at around 1 o'clock, we were still stopped. And all the power shut off. Not all the power, that's not true. Some of the power shut off, so the air that's coming through this vent shut off. And my plug socket was off. Wasn't charging anything anymore. So that was a bit strange. Eventually it did come back on. And clearly we got going again. So yeah, not the best night's sleep I've ever had. But not the worst I've had while moving, so that's true. Sleeping on planes is always difficult for me. I don't find sleeping on planes very easy. Anyway, I'll show you around the room again now. I've got some more light coming in the windows, and see if I can find breakfast, which I think I get given a breakfast, but I'll explore that in a minute. We're not due to arrive into Stockholm until 10 to 10 or 5 to 10, 10 to 10. So I've got a little bit of time. That's my suitcase. It is really squeezed in there. Really squeezed. I had to sort of really push and shove to get it up there. There's meant to be space for suitcases underneath, but the biggest bit, there is some room under here. But there's a bar, where my hand is, there's a bar right there, which limits the space. And, oh, there's the plug, down the floor. And there's legs, as well, which limit how much room you've got. So the biggest amount of space is here, is this bit here. But you can't get a suitcase in there because of the narrow gap to the bin. So that's a shame. There's the bed there, sort of made it a little bit neater. That's 2 pillows, but these are kind of like air. As soon as you put any pressure on them, they disappear into nothing, especially this one disappears into nothingness. That one's a bit better, but I had to use both in the end. But yeah, the width of this is sort of the width of a camping mattress. It's not a full single mattress. Yeah, it's hard to sleep on as well. It's not soft and squishy. There is a bit of squash to it. My hips aren't dead this morning, which is a good sign. SJ give you 2 of these cartons of drinking water. and 2 either sweeties or chocolates, I'm not sure which. You get given those in your cabin, so that's useful. I would highly recommend bringing more water with you than that, because otherwise you'll be paying an astronomical price for the small bottles. I'll put a picture of the prices on screen. Okay, so this is sort of a nice, fairly big table area, just for reference, for scale. But if you use this little handle on the edge, it lifts up and it stays put. So you've got a sink just there, as it says, it's not drinking water. But yeah, it does work. Hot and cold water there, just to wash your hands. A bit of a clean up, do your teeth. And then there's some hand and body wash. I've been using this as a table. And speaking of tables, there is another table in this room. But it's not what you'd think. It's up there. Okay, so this piece here is a portable, movable table. And what you need to do is hook it down from up here, and it actually goes and locks into these little nodules here to create a table that comes out sort of to here. But as you can see, there's not a lot of room, so if the table's there, getting out is going to be tricky. So I didn't bother this time, but if you were sleeping this way round and with your head at this end and you wanted a table, that's where it would go. So this little section comes down, but this little section here is solid. So you can put luggage, a small bag or something up there, because it divots down a little bit, so it shouldn't rock and roll. Exactly the same sort of layout, just a long bed, same sort of duvet. It was actually very warm, not a problem at all having that on, very comfortable. I've got this air down as low as I can possibly get it, and that was comfy. Then over on the side you've got a light. The light on the right hand side, I think, I'm not sure if that just does the reading light or if that does a blue light that is above the door that I'll show you in a moment, and a little net so you can put some things in. And so that you don't roll out from a great height, you've got these straps on the side that are designed to keep you from rolling out in the night. Like I say, I'm 5'9", and this is fully at my head height, so you need to be comfortable with going up a ladder. And the ladder really is like a loft ladder. It's quite small. But it is adjustable, so you can manoeuvre it about a little bit to be a little bit more comfortable, but not loads. On the lower bunk, you've got a reading light there. You've got a blue light. Doesn't look like it's doing anything, but it's actually this one up here. Now this light is like having a television on. It's really bright at night time. It's really, really bright. I didn't realise I was responsible for that. I thought it was some kind of safety feature so that you can always see the door, but no, you can actually turn it off and make it completely dark. The light switch for the main light is up there. Got it on at the moment. That's for a light up top. And there is also a light underneath my plug. My plug doing its thing at the moment. And there's a light switch here. And that's for this light above the mirror. Anywho, I'll wander down the train in a moment and see what else there is. See if there's anything to do with breakfast. One thing that you can easily see from here is that the cabin door is locked currently. But the door does not lock from the outside without the steward. So if you've got anything that you want to sort of make a little bit less conspicuous, then do that before you leave. You can ask the guard that's on board to assist you if you want it to be locked from the outside for any reason. Right, no time at the present, let's go. Really have to make sure that it's straight and then it's unlocked. Look outside, can't see anybody coming. Oh, we've got a lovely view outside at the moment. You can see that. That's great. Get to the end. Very noisy. This first door you just pull. You just pull. This is one of the toilets. It's out of order at the moment. It's one of the wheelchair accessible cabins. That's what it says on my card. Two bunks there. And then a chair in the middle. And a little table. That's handy to know. Okay. This is a little wash area. So you can use it to sort of brush your teeth, get yourself a bit refreshed. Rather small. Through there, let's have another look. For the toilet. More washrooms. Bins. Lower berths. And then the backrest. The backrest there will lift up. That'll be a middle bunk and then top bunk. It's a bit easier to see in there. That's my first Swedish tack. It is thank you. Or thanks. Tack. This is the chair cabin. I've seen people with food, or at least a bag that would hint at food. It's a nice little look. So I've just been through what feels like the entirety of the train. I did bring you with me through some incredibly heavy doors that connect the carriages, and to go and get my breakfast, which is included in your ticket, but you have to go and get it. They don't bring it to you. So I'll show you that in just a moment. So I'm going to do some more of an unboxing with this. So you get given this breakfast box. This is already pre-packaged, so you get this. And then you get offered some bread to choose from. And there's also a hot drink you get to have as well, but I wasn't feeling it. And also trying to struggle through, all the way through the train with a hot drink in my hands just didn't sound like fun. So I couldn't be bothered. I've got plenty of other drinks with me, so that's not an issue. Right, so let's move the bread to one side. So we've got a yoghurt, an apple yoghurt. I don't think I've ever had apple yoghurt before. Some sort of other yoghurt pot of some sort. This looks to be some butter. Yeah, I'm going to go with butter. A little spoon for the yoghurts. What's this? Oh, some muesli, right, to make a granola style thing with that. And then a little box, which looks very sweet. What's in here? Alright, so there's that tomato, a bit of pepper, some cheese, and what looks like some sort of pancake type thing. Okay. And then another wooden cutlery set. I did bring one, but I did get one as well. So we'll see what these are like. Slice up this little tomato. Make a little sandwich. Give that a try. This is nice.
Lies! Lies! Lies!
Cool, so next up is the sort of muesli yogurt. Sort of natural yogurt. Definitely a natural yogurt because it doesn't have a huge amount of flavour. Not bad. Not brilliant, but not bad. Okay. I'm trying this. I still don't know what it is. I can't place it. I genuinely don't know. It's not nasty. It's not overly nice. But yeah, it's kind of got a sweet and savoury flavour. Very, very unusual. Like I said, I have no idea what this is. But it's food and it was included, and like I say, it's not nasty by any stretch. It's kind of nice, but not nice, like a pancake is nice. So it's not an apple yogurt as I thought. I'm very tired. It's actually an apple juice. Yeah, apple juice. It's not super strong, but nice apple juice. So overall, I'm actually feeling quite full, which is nice. A little strange, but nice overall, and it definitely filled a hole. I feel a lot better. I'm very tired. As we're dashing through the Swedish countryside, and it is beautiful, it's lovely, going past it all, and we are moving at a feral rate of speed, the conductor on the train, or the train guard, whatever you want to call it, has just come on and said that we are an hour and 40 minutes delayed. My schedule only had 4 hours in Stockholm anyway, so to be an hour and 40 minutes delayed is really going to eat into my time. So I'm just going to have to hot-foot it. I'm going to have to go quicker or see less. So I can still do a reasonable amount, and as long as I'm in time for my flight, that's all that matters. Well, 40 followers. Go on a sleeper train. Tick. Thank you, SJ. My feelings about it are a bit mixed, but it's an item that's ticked off, and now I'm in a brand new country and a brand new city, so, and you got me there, so thank you very much. Alright, on to Stockholm. Alright, let's go. when you've got 90 minutes in Stockholm. What can you do? Church! Square trees! Hold on, but the Swedish royal family.